My name is Beyoung. It's spelled Beyoungyu, and I'm an ESL teacher at Rosa Parks Elementary. I'd like to speak on the injustices that have impacted the Rosa Parks community. I'd like to speak on the gentrification that exists when I look outside our classroom windows and see the $600,000 homes going up, displacing our families out to Gresham to search for more affordable living environments. I'd like to speak on an entire school board voting 7-0 in May of 2018 against year-round school and our community finding out about it 2 weeks ago. I'd like to speak on having a secret board vote and putting it at the end of a 5-hour meeting without notifying a single parent, teacher, student, or the principal. I'd like to speak on Rosa Parks students being measured by 3 different standardized tests in a 5-year period. I'd like to speak on behalf of our 19 languages and 25 ESL students who came to Rosa Parks with no prior schooling and are forced to take multiple standardized tests in a language they do not understand. I'd like to speak on being measured by biased test scores instead of choosing to measure the socioeconomic benefit of year-round school that spreads out breaks and keeps our at-risk youth off the streets and inside a classroom. That provides the 95% of students qualifying for free lunch a place to be fed and nurtured on a more consistent schedule. I'd like to speak on our school losing 7 FTE this year, including its assistant principal and on-site substitute. I'd like to speak on having the longest tenured principal in Portland Public Schools. And what it would be like to lose her leadership and switch to a traditional calendar in the same year. I'd like to speak on having an 88% teacher retention rate and a staff of color that mirrors the population we teach. I'd like to speak on an ODE report that stated how PPS is failing students of color and recommended the very things that Rosa Parks is already doing. But since I only have 3 minutes, I will say this. When a child makes a mistake, I tell our students that sorry is not enough. I tell our students to be accountable and make things right. School board members, during a recent town hall meeting that addressed how PPS is failing students of color, PPS apologized to our Black and brown communities for decades of failure to support children of color. Sorry is not enough. Make us whole by rescinding the vote. Make us whole by providing Rosa Parks 5 additional years to become a permanent year-round school and show you this is the way to equitably serve our students of color. Make us whole by fulfilling what was promised to us 5 years ago and surveying our cluster schools to see if year-round school can be expanded. Make us whole by going beyond standardized tests and finding a socioeconomic test that measures the stability year-round school provides. And finally, make us whole by providing our materials on time so we are ready for instruction on day 1.